So my body woke me up super early today, and I just kind of got out of bed, made coffee, went downstairs, and started writing. Felt inspired by a lot of the conversations that I've been finding myself having, coaching clients, emails, friends, family. It's just like I'm seeing the continuous thread here, and so I'm just gonna kind of read and riff here on what came through this morning because I feel like it's relevant for everybody. I think the title of this one's going to be Link Arms Shed Skin, Rise and Shine. And the intention is this is a message for those who can feel the shift and know they're here for it. So, this was inspired by a lot of the deep conversations that I've been having lately, which are definitely no joke. People are struggling, whether it's health, finances, family, relationships, worldly worries, uh, quotes, spiritual warfare. It's definitely a wild time on planet Earth. There's no denying that. I think we can all agree. And there's also a ton of distractions. They're everywhere. They pull at our attention, they hijack our emotions, they try to make us forget about what really matters most. Our zone of genius, our sphere of influence, our piece of the cosmic puzzle, the thing that we actually have control of. So much of where our focus goes is on things that we don't actually have control over. And so this is an invitation to pull back our focus. And so the first question is are you getting distracted? Are you looking outside yourself for comfort or for answers? Are you waiting on the sidelines until it feels safe to go, safe to act? And the remembrance that I want to invoke here is that we're born for these times, that we've been training for this moment, that we're all navigating through together, and that if life were a sport, which it kind of is, this would be the championship game right now. And if we want to win, to truly step into the freedom we've envisioned, then there's a good chance it's going to be hard because championship games don't come easy. They're not easily won. And like a snake, we are forced to shed our old skin, to move into the new life, the new now, the new you. And shedding that skin can be scary as hell because it's an ego death. We have to let go of old identities. We have to surrender our old stories that no longer serve. And that's why we hit glass ceilings in life or in business, because we can't bring the baggage of the old world with us on this next trip. So whether it's a breakthrough of going from, say, 50K to 100K or 200K to 500K in a year, speaking in business, it won't happen by doing the things that we've always done. We can't solve our biggest problems from the same level of consciousness that created them. Thanks, Mr. Einstein, for that insight. We must evolve, we must change, and that change can be scary. But the good news is the change won't kill us. It will actually save us and liberate us. And the conversation that I've been feeling and my lesson over the last bunch of years in building village is that isolation kills evolution. And so many people are trying to figure it out themselves. And so one of the core truths that I hold in my heart is that if we want to kill our evolution, trying to figure out alone, being too stubborn to ask for help, refusing to be honest or vulnerable, these are good places to start. These things delay our transformation. They dim our light. They keep us stuck in a skin that we've already outgrown, which can feel pretty damn claustrophobic. And so the world is shifting. The old ways may not work anymore. And now is the time to link arms. Now, I'm not saying that I have all the answers, but I do know that when we come together, we have way more answers. That's what the collective is for. That's the beauty of this, the magic mind, that it's not just me coaching, it's the community evolving together. One person's struggle often becomes the mirror for someone else's breakthrough. So, what does linking arms actually look like in reality? How can we take it from metaphor to action? One, hosting gatherings at your home, having more gatherings, gathering people more often, Two, joining or creating your own mastermind or joining another one, which, you right now, you're already in the Magic Mind. But finding more people like you, delivering a meal to a friend in a rough season, somebody who might be struggling, that is a form of like building bridges and linking arms and serving people. I've seen my wife do that so many times over the years, countless times, taking food to families that need it. Um, Chopping firewood for someone who's just had a baby. That's one of the actions that my buddies and I do when a brother's having a baby is like save them 10 to 20 hours of firewood preparation so that they can spend that time in presence with their family. Others could be offering your gifts freely when someone's in need. So I did my day of email coaching the other week and must have done at least 25 responses to people there, just giving my time freely, offering my gifts as I had them. I had the time and space. I knew people need support, and I know breakthroughs were had. And then I think one of the other most often missed because of stress or because of fear, worries, is to follow your own joy, your own curiosities and sense of wonder and schedule those in, make them a priority. And ultimately, what it means to link arms is to show up with your heart open, ready to serve and receive. Because we all have value to offer, we all carry answers for each other, and we rise together so we can shine together. We are the rising tide, and that's who we're here to be. And so, as the old world crumbles, we are the crew helping build what Charles Eisenstein calls the more beautiful world our hearts know is possible. And this requires us doing things differently. Now, I've got lots of proof. I'm sure you all have lots of proof the words that I'm speaking are true. Um, One example for me is a few weeks back, I offered the coaching sessions for the day, and it just the common thread was, people are hurting. A lot of people are hurting. A lot of people are struggling, and there are answers to all of the problems that each of us has faced, and they're often simpler than we think. And I think that became very clear when I got the responses back from people and how grateful they were. Because clarity can come in a single moment of inspiration or insight. And when clarity returns, so does our focus. And with focus, we reclaim our power. And as I started saying 20 years ago as my tagline when I was teaching meditation, our power is in our presence. This still rings through true today. So it's up to us to reclaim that power and that presence by deleting the apps that steal our presence, by cultivating the practices that restore it, and by allowing ourselves to receive the help we know we need, whatever that might be. The day I deleted social media changed everything for me. I remember my soul was feeling crushed and I didn't know what to do. And so I deleted all my accounts cold turkey. And I just couldn't take it anymore. And that decision forced a shift in consciousness. It forced me to shed the old skin and the old way that I was doing things, which ended up leading me to building village here on the ground on my island and building community. That shift led to figuring out signature workshops, figuring out licensing deals, to reinvent my business models that leaned fully into relationships, that made building Magic Media something that was more joyful, scalable, and aligned with freedom. And that's something that I think all of our spirits yearn for. That's why we become entrepreneurs and creators, is for freedom. And I know for sure if I would have kept clinging to the post and hope model, I never would have discovered what works so much better. And that was a good life lesson. So I had another shift in consciousness this year. Before making the decision to sell a significant piece of Magic Kids, which is a path we're walking down right now, I had a session that changed my trajectory. Um, One of our investors at Magic Kids, and he's also an executive coach. I've been working with him for the last couple years, and I was really coming to a head of struggling. Like I'd poured probably around $500,000 of my money into this, plus another couple $100,000 of investment capital into this. And we had built a world-class brand and business and platform. and it hasn't been growing as fast as I would love. We're closing tons of licensing partnerships, but there's one thing I've learned about licensing partnerships is that it's going to take you from the time of signing to the time that those become really profitable and successful. Is you're looking at anywhere from 6 to 12 months, usually closer to the 12-month mark, and it's actually 24 plus months when those licensing deals really start to flow and build some wealth for you. And he reflected to me because I felt like my back was against a wall. He's like, you don't have to do this alone. There are other possibilities that exist. And I didn't see it at the time, but he pointed to me that what would happen if you linked arms with somebody else that could carry the business while you run the story engine. And that hadn't even been something that was available in my consciousness until he pointed out to me. And that is the beautiful part of having a coach is coaches are meant to see things that we don't see so that we can find that clarity, that inspiration, and that insight that we need to move forward with clarity, confidence, and presence. And so for anybody out there watching the recording, listening to the podcast, or reading this now, if you're having that dark night of the soul, I totally get it. I've been on my knees praying for the way forward, begging for clarity, for light, for guidance out of the fog plenty of times over the years. I find that it's those most humbling moments of surrender when the tears are rolling down the cheeks and knees are in the dirt that the breakthroughs come. It's that breakdown before the breakthrough. Um, I think it's a necessary part of our evolution. It's like going into the cocoon and allowing ourselves to go through that metamorphosis. And so, if that's you, if that's now, I see you. And the light leads to clarity, clarity leads to purpose, and purpose makes us come alive. And I just want to make it clear that you don't have to walk through the metamorphosis alone. And the metamorphosis is not just an individual soul thing, this is a global thing that's happening right now. And I know for certain that together is better. The other piece that I just want to stress today is that making your work a work of art is essential. This, I believe, is a big part of our evolution, all of us, is to turn your pain into art, to turn your confusion into creativity, to let your business become a transmission of your soul. Because when we create from that place, we magnetize the right people, we need less, we want less, and we enjoy more, and we feel alive, fulfilled, and deeply aligned. So the message here is don't make content, make art. So questions around um, what do you have control of right now? There's a lot happening in the world that's out of your hands. And there's also a lot that is fully in reach that today you can reclaim for yourself and reclaim that power. That could be making art, moving your body, meditation and prayer, tending real relationships, building real community, serving clients, staying grounded, choosing to live your very best life today because life is short. Why not? And to remember that this is your forever game. If you are feeling isolated, discouraged, or unsure of where to turn, remember you're playing the long game. If you're reading this, hearing this, watching this, you've likely found the work that you're here to do. So tend to it daily with reverence. Don't get distracted by shiny objects or scary headlines. Breathe in, keep your head down, show up, take the next step. And even better is link arms. Find your people, build your village. And if any of this resonates and you're watching this or listening to this or reading this in the future, check out the things we do at Magic Media because you're not meant to do this alone. We're stronger and better together. So let us link arms. Now for a short coaching practice. I've got 3 little mini exercises that we're going to do. So, exercise 1 is to identify your distractions. What is draining your energy, stealing your focus, pulling you off track? What can you let go of for 30 days, starting today? Name it, write it, release it, let it go, pull your focus back in. It's really, really needed right now. Just take 30 seconds to write down 1 or 2 things. They could be a relationship that's been sucking on your energy. It could be an app. It could be something else. It could be alcohol. It could be pot. It could be anything else that is pulling and zapping your focus so that you can stay focused. 30 seconds. All right. And when you take something away, we need to add something awesome. That's how we evolve. That's how we increase our capacity, increase our energy. So, what fills your cup? What lights you up and makes you feel more you? Prioritize it daily, twice a day if you need to. Do the things that make you come alive. Lean into the practices that make you feel young, free, and excited again. And find the people who inspire the shit out of you and link arms with them. So, make that list. Who inspires the shit out of you? Who can you link arms with right now? And what can you do as the daily things that light you up? And third question, what kind of community are you calling in right now? Where are you trying to do it all your own? What kind of support would change everything for you? Make a list of where you'd love help or what unanswered questions you have that would help you feel clear and on purpose if those questions were answered. So, just to circle back to the moral of the story, link arms, shed skin. It's time to rise and shine. We're here for the shift that's happening. This is what we've been preparing for. So let's do it with a smile on our face and good people surrounding us. That's the sermon for the day.